Hi guys, welcome to the Java 8 session. In today's session, we'll discuss about Lambda expressions that are introduced in Java 8. So what is Lambda? Java Lambda expressions are Java's first step into functional programming. So Oracle made some efforts to make Java as a functional programming in Java 8. So for that they introduced the Lambda expressions and the functional interfaces. So why Lambda? Java 8 functional interfaces and Lambda expressions help us in writing smaller and cleaner code by removing a lot of boilerplate code. So let's see how we used to implement a code before Lambda is introduced. Then how Lambda is helping to make that code much simpler and cleaner. Let me write a class and I will show you with examples. Okay. I will write a one class to show you, demonstrate how Lambda can be used in Java 8. So if you need to override any method that is declared as an abstract in interface, we can use the anonymous class definition to override the method. I am going to create a instance for the runnable interface and I will implement the method in the runnable, override the method in the runnable, the run method in this class lambda test. So Java generates this boilerplate code when we try to implement the run method. So I will say I will just print a statement. Yep. So now we've overridden the run method. Let me run this program to print this statement which I have written. So for that I will implement a test, a method which access this class variable and call the run method, and this run method will print. So let me create a main method to create a object for this class. Okay, let me run this. So I'm expecting this program to give the print the statement welcome to lambda test. Okay, so we can see that output welcome to lambda test. So in summary, we have used the anonymous class to implement the run method, and in run method we have written some code. It is just say printing the statement, but we can implement some more logic if we need. So but in this, if you see, there is too much of a boilerplate code that we have here. So using the lambda we can reduce this piece of code and we can make it much cleaner. Let me implement uh, the same particular code with lambda. So I will create another instance for runnable t1. So instead of using this boilerplate code, I will just use lambda expression now. Right. Okay, let me run the class. Yeah, you can see. So the code which you have written earlier using the anonymous implementation, that has been replaced with a lambda expression, and this is very much easier. Now we need to understand how this lambda is working, how to use the lambda. So basically, let me go through the document. So we know what is lambda. It is the first step into the functional programming. If we can use the lambda in the functional programming by using the streams. So when we go through the stream APIs, then we can understand how lambda is helping to write functional programming in Java. And why lambda? Lambda is it is helping us writing smaller and cleaner code by removing a lot of boilerplate code, and also helping to implement the functional programming. So it is reducing the lines of code, and sequential and parallel execution support higher efficiency with laziness passing behavioral into method. So this we can go through when we discussed about stream APIs in Java 8. And now we need to know how to use the lambda expression. So before we need to know how to use lambda expression, we need to know the concept of the functional interface. So just remember, lambda can be implemented only on the functional interface. What is functional interface? Functional interface will be having only one abstract method. In general, in interface, you can have n number of abstract methods, and those methods has to be implemented in your class, which is implementing the interface. So in case of functional interface, you can have only one abstract method. So in our example, we implemented lambda on a runnable interface. So I expect runnable interface is the functional interface. So let me see how many abstract methods we have in the runnable interface. See, we have only just one particular abstract method, that is the run method, and JDK they defined as runnable interface as functional interface. This annotation is to um, describe what kind of interface it is. So if you have multiple abstract methods in the interface, then we cannot use lambda. So basically here this is actually indicate that arguments used in the abstract method have in that interface. So this particular code which is highlighted here is indicating we are implementing the method that is in the method that is in the runnable interface, which is the run method, and the run method doesn't have any arguments, so that's why it is just open brace and closing brace. There is nothing mentioned, no arguments mentioned here. And using the expression, we can pass these arguments to the implementation code, and we can write the piece of code that we want to implement for this run method. So if you want to write more logic, uh, more code in the run method, so you need to start with open the curly braces and close with curly braces. So here you can write like more statements if you want. Statement dot. If you don't if you want to write multiple lines of code to implement abstract method using the lambda, then you need to use that open and curly braces. If you don't use that braces, then it will throw in error. In case if you have only one line code, then no need to have these braces. Let me run this. Yeah, you can see the testing 1 1 and welcome to lambda expression. So the both statements have been executed. So now we understood that lambda expressions only can be implemented on the functional interface, and functional interface is nothing but it will have only one abstract method. Let me create our own functional interface and write a lambda expression on it. This will help us to understand more about this functional interface and Lambda usage. So I will implement, I will just declare one abstract method. This is just a test. This is just written a boolean value based on the logic implemented by the other classes which implement this interface. So it is not going to take any arguments. So I'm creating a class variable for that interface, function interface demo. Yeah, fine. So let me implement with old model using the anonymous class first. So we are overriding the test method. This is the boilerplate code, written by the Java. So we want to reduce this boilerplate code using the Lambda. Let me write a Lambda code for this same. So we have only one method. So I can implement the method using this open and close because it is not taking any arguments. I will show you how we need to implement if the method got multiple arguments. So I just want to return true for this method. Did I miss anything here? Ideally, no need to put open braces and closing braces. Just a minute. Okay, since it is a okay, fine. Let me go through this later. So let me print this. Okay, I'll run this main. So I expect output for this functional interface demo object is true. So the output is true. So we are able to implement Lambda for that functional interface demo which we created, and this particular interface got only one method. Let's see if I create another method, another abstract method, and I expect our class to throw some error because it's not going to be any more functional interface now. So now this class interface got two methods to implement, so this is not going to be functional interface anymore. Yes, so this is throwing up an error now. Let me, so we can understand now that is Lambda expressions can be used on the functional interface only, not on the normal interfaces. So let me remove this. Now I'll make another change. I will pass arguments in the test method, two integer arguments. So I will remove this code. Anyway, we are not going to use this. So it is throwing an error because here we are passing the empty arguments to the method, and we don't have any method with empty arguments. So now we need to pass two arguments. Let me pass two arguments, x comma y, and I will write a code here based on if x equal to y, then I will return true, else return false. So I'm expecting if both x and y are same, then I want to return true, else I need to return false. So now I uh, implemented the abstract method which we created in the functional interface now. Let me run a test to see this implementation is working or not. So here after that test, I will pass like 4 comma 4 as an argument. So I'm passing those two arguments as the same, so I'm expecting the output is true. Let me run this code. Yes, output is true, and let me pass 4 comma 5. Yeah, output is false. So yeah, that's how we can implement lambda expressions with multiple arguments. So in this session we covered what is lambda, and the lambda is just it's the first step into the functional programming that will come to know how to use lambda in the functional programming when we discussed about stream APIs. And why lambda is actually help us writing smaller and cleaner code by removing lot of boilerplate code that we had used to write earlier. So thus it is reducing the lines of code, and it is helping sequential and parallel execution and higher efficiency with laziness and passing behaviors into the method. These things we'll see in the next session when we discuss about stream API and how to use lambda. Lambda, it can be you can lambda can be used only on the functional interface, and functional interface is nothing but which will have only one abstract method. So we can create our own functional interface if you want to use the lambda expression, and we discussed about that also. So that's it, friends. So we can discuss about stream API in the next session and more about functional interfaces also. Until then, bye. If you like this video, please click the like button and please subscribe the channel. Thank you.